We are just northeast of Jerusalem on a beautiful Monday morning in Israel, but we stopped at a unique place. And Mark, be careful. We don't want you to go too far backwards. Henry, our EMT, will have to take care if you hit that wire there. Why is there barbed wire like that, and where are we?
Well, basically you're on a road that's called Road 443, a bit of a controversial road here in Israel. Until a couple of months ago, this road was closed to Palestinian vehicles, and the Supreme Court in Israel allowed now the Palestinian vehicles to travel on this road, even though there are constant attacks against Israeli vehicles coming from Jerusalem into Tel Aviv. You have, in these areas that you have both Palestinian territories where you have Palestinians living, you have Arab-Israeli villages like you see at the top of the hill over there, and you have Israelis living in their homes in this area.
Every day, at least 40,000 vehicles use this motorway between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. But on Route 443, part of which crosses through Palestinian territory, none of the drivers are Palestinian. That changes, though, on May 28th. The decision to bar Palestinian vehicles from Route 443 was taken by the army in 2000, after several Israeli motorists were killed and wounded in attacks on the road, a ruling that was only overturned by the Israeli Supreme Court last December.
Of course, for us it's a concern when you have only one other route between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and that's why our need was that this road always be open. Terrorism generally is on a decline in this region. In the past we had drive-by shootings, we had sniper fire.
We have to. The reason we're doing this is because without the fence in Israel, we just have constant terror attacks on a daily basis. And since the fence has been put up, and in certain parts even a wall, a physical barrier to prevent the Palestinians firing sniper fire rounds at Israelis traveling on this road, the fence is sort of locking us in a way, but it's also protecting potential suicide bombers coming through and blowing themselves up amongst civilians and innocent people.
All right, now, are they allowed to come in, Palestinians, through these checkpoints, or what's the rationale?
Well, what's interesting is that Israel allows Palestinians to come into Israel to work for humanitarian reasons, to go to hospitals, to get food, to do what they need to do, live their lives. The problem is you also have an element that wants to come into Israel and just blow everybody up and kill everybody. So we have to do these checkpoints. On the other side of the scale, or other side of the coin, is that we as Israelis can't really go into the Palestinian territories because I don't think we'd come out alive.
It's a very basic question. If the Palestinians are driving their automobiles on Israeli roads, do they have insurance to cover them in the event of an accident?
I believe that our insurance would cover an accident like that. The Israeli government would cover an insurance, but certainly the Palestinian Authority wouldn't cover anything. And certainly now to go and find the perpetrator of an accident or somebody who's just involved in an accident inside the inside the Palestinian territory would be very, very difficult, almost impossible. And in fact, they don't believe in our courts. I mean, you just saw from the trial held a couple of weeks ago, the murder of the Fogel family. One of the murderers, the terrorist murderers, was sitting in court and smiling, and he says, "You can do what you want because I don't believe in your court system." So that's basically what we're faced with.